It's got wee buckets on it. There's a hawthorn, Crataegus monogina, lovely plant. Here's a beech. You can tell a beech because it protects its leaves. See the sort of brown on it? That's protect it so that when the winter comes it doesn't hang it. And there it keeps its old leaves. There's, just as I say it, there's the leaves. You hear them rustling. And there's a clematis, honeysuckle, natural honeysuckle, native species. There's a lot of dead wood here, which could be, oh, there's a bumblebee. Hi, Mr. Bumblebee. How's you and your friends? Should you not be doing at Bell Street? Ah, it's an old hedge, and you can see this is about where it's been thingied off. If you look along, that's the line. But then it's stopped being trimmed. It must, what age has that been? Kind of like, I'd say maybe 60, 70 year old, maybe longer. But it's been getting trimmed and trimmed and trimmed. And it's never got to the stage of a tree. But as you can see, it's been left now. And now it's grown up into beech mast, which is good for the wood pigeons, because they love a good beech nut. And so, here we go, Caird Park. I love this area. I think this is like an avenue, so I'll take a few photos of this. Lovely. And over into the wee burn, which is choking. It's getting choked. I'm dreading to go look. See how that's like a wetland area there, which is very good for wetland insects. Birds will come in and get loads of insects through there. This is nice. We'll see what the ponds are like though. I'm no holding up my hope to think that they're any good. But that guy was great, man. He was really interested in this. It's like, good on you, bud. Huh? Wow, check that old tree. Now that's ancient. That is ancient. Look at all the limbs there. And I think it's still alive. And it looks to be an elm. Is it an elm? I can't quite see the leaves like. But there's quite a lot of lovely trees in this area. Just in this wee bit here. Pretty sure that's Scots pine there. This isn't. That's not Scots pine. I think that's Wellington fir. But these are pines here. A wee copse of pines. Now the wee bird life, with the diversity here. Lovely brambles there. There'll be some nice brambleberries. See, when you come here with your kids, look, there's old brambles that have been left. Look, they'll fall off and they'll seed, and then they'll grow. You can see them all there. So when you bring your kids here in the height of summer, June, July, August, there might be brambleberries. And so you could walk along here and get a wee couple of handfuls, and that'll give you some vitamin C boost for the winter ahead. And that's what you need. Helps your body. As I keep saying, nature's there to help you. Nature and its natural resources. You can see the top of the hedge here if you just look through. That's quite amazing, that. I'll get a few pictures of that, like. There's an elder, you'll get berries off that as well. You'll get the elder flowers, which sweetly sickly smell off these thingies. These are quite fragile because they're hollow inside. It's got like a pith. Well, here's a wee, there's a beech as well. This thing's kind of broken and old. I think that's dead. And here's snowberry, streptocarpus. Seems like a wee thingy there, like. That's cool. Now that could be deer that are going through there. It's definitely like an animal sort of thingy. There's an dead tree. these need to be thinned out because these are a fire hazard to the surrounding trees. And let's go through here. Wee! Oh, wee! Loved that, man. I got tickled by the streptocarpus, snowberry. Okay, I got a wee bit wet, but hey and however. Well, somebody's boiled a wee hot here, look. Hello, anybody in? See it? That's cool, eh? Don't think you're allowed that. Could be somebody living here. Oh, look, they've created a fire. Now, they shouldn't be doing things like this, because that's a hazard. It's a bad hazard, as you can see by the burnt bits. I'm going and check that. This should be cleared. This is in the golf course, remember, in Caird Park. Look at that. No, can't be doing that. Okay, if you're homeless, that's it. It's not a very good shelter, like, man. But hey, can this be somebody's house? Eh? Smell of burning. That's over here. Look. No, you shouldn't be doing that. And like, look at that tree. Okay, fair enough, the bark will heal as it's no burnt right around. So it's no dead. No yet. But you can't be doing that. Anybody need any charcoal? There's plenty there. Looks nice. Nice charcoal, yeah. And there's some nice butties there that you could use for artistry. Sketching and that. Oh, look at this. Somebody's been cutting here and dragging it here. Somebody's intending building houses here. Somebody's been cutting something down. They've had a chainsaw or something. Oh. Seems like a big mass chainsaw. Oh dear. What the hell? Jesus. Look at this. That looks like a bulldozer's been through here, man. Was that wind? Surely that wasn't that wind. Okay, look, they fell over. You can see that. Oh, didn't see what kind of wee birds they were. They were too fast. Oh, there he is. Where is he? Let me see you, pal. Come, it's only me. I just want to see who you are. Oh, he's not wanting to be. He's shy. So it could be a wee wren, because wrens are pretty shy. You could smell the fresh pine. So this has not happened so long ago, so it could have been the winds we had. Because I could still smell the sap. And this will make a good shelter bitty for a fox or something. And that'll be a nice wee grunding bitty for it. But, here's another elder. Larched a branch hanging on the elder. Yeah, watch the night I hit in the head with a golf ball. And I don't mean for the golfers, I mean maybe the throat at it. Oh dear, there's an iron uprooted. I think it has been storm damage. But how? That's good, they could use that, utilise these logs actually. And they make good sidings for like a nature park at the side of the thingy. Kind of like the kids love standing on these and balancing along them, imagine themselves as lumberjacks, but that is devastating. That needs cleared out, and then you can plant some new wee trees. I don't know if you'd plant pine or whatever, but you could plant something, maybe give a diversity, some hazel, some birch, and so much to be done in this fair city of ours. White beam, I think it's called. Yeah, I think it's white beam. Oh dear. Lovely. See how silvery look, a white beam. And a beam of white. Look, reconstituting. Now that's what has to happen. When a tree falls or gets thingy down, they come along with a big shredder and chipper. Put the logs in it, the wee logs. Keep the big logs because they're, well, they've came down, so it's okay to utilise these things. And it's like, these could go to offset the balance or the costing a replenishing whips or whatever in this area. But it's such a nice area, such a wide open space, like loads more trees, trees, lovely, lovely, lovely. There's a woman playing with the crows there, brilliant. There's a seagull coming to annoy them, damn seagulls. Right, here's the ponds. We'll go down to the ponds now because I want to see the pondy. Ponderosa. Oh, look, there's holly, Ilex aquifolium. Now this is a slow growing thing. So when you see a holly, that's good because it grows ever so slowly and it establishes itself slowly. And you only get berries on it every so often. And sometimes you see there's a narine and a narine. That's regeneration, I think. Berries have been fit. Mere white beam. Service berry. Right, and here's the ponds. There's erosion here. Luckily the roots are starting to head up back. Whoa, that's stagnating. I could see that for a mile. Right, that wee burn needs to get done. Otherwise we're going to lose this. Man. Maybe that's what they want. Not on my watch. Look, hardly any movement. There should be more movement than that. Oh, that's good for us, duckweed. Now that has to be... See a wee wren there. Just, oh, he's dived into his wee... Troglodytes is the wren. And troglodytes means cave dweller. So he's a wee cave dweller. He went in there, right in there. I hope that's no Heracleum sphondylium. Because that's stuff that needs to be eradicated. I'm not sure. I need to check. I'll check again in another time. There's a path going up there. We lost a big great tree there, as you could see. Some lovely trees here. Caird Park, as I say, Caird Park, beautiful. Well, it used to be beautiful. It could be more beautiful. Still is good, honestly, but really, this needs a wee bit of dredging. And what you could do with that is if you dredge this, if you're trying to establish ponds for people, the actual dredgings, you need the bottom, this mud to establish another pond. You can't just create a pond because it'll take years and years and years to get that sort of level of bacteria, anaerobic bacteria, aerobic bacteria. This is how this is stagnating. But also the wee wildlife that are encapsulated in the mud. And that in turn brings wildlife to it, like your dipper, maybe a caddisfly larvae or other things. There's a rat-tailed maggot which has like a straw on its back end which it puts up to breathe. There's an area into the poles and see somebody should be a pair of waders on. Look, it's stagnating, you can hardly see the bottom. And it's only about a couple of feet deep. And well, if you stood in it you'd sink into the mud like. But it's an amazing wee place. And as I say, beautiful. Rhododendrons, ponticans, they're no good. They poison the soil and don't allow anything else to grow. Hiya, bud. How you doing? What a beautiful place, eh?
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, it could be better. That's what I'm here to try and get reported on. Hello, wee man.
What's that? The ponds are...
Yeah, they're stagnating. Look, as you can see, you can't see the
It's
bottom.
horrible.
Yeah,
It really
and you
is.
could smell it as well.
Yeah.
Kind of like, we didn't need that because what happens is the water will die. And like it actually stagnates. The insect life that is contained in it will die. That then the wee ducks and the
That's
wee
it, that's it,
birds.
everything.
Oh,
It's to start the food chain.
yeah,
Aye.